Lil Boosie has had a bumpy road in his career, almost being convicted of murder, but later beating it, and having 8 kids with 4 different baby mothers while incarcerated. This is Top Trend TV, and this is an exclusive, unseen look into the criminal history of Lil Boosie.
East Baton Rouge Parish Grand Jury has indicted Torrance Hatch, otherwise known as Lil Boosie, on first-degree murder charges. Lil Boosie was indicted in the October 21st shooting death of Terry Boyd. Boosie and a girlfriend, along with a former Dixon Institute guard and inmate, were also indicted on drug charges. Michael Louding and Adrian Pittman are also indicted on first-degree charges for Boyd's murder. District Attorney Hiller Moore tells...
Boosie was born on November 14, 1982, in low-income housing in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Growing up, Boosie played basketball and excelled in it, hoping to make it to college. But growing up in the hood made it a lot harder for him to focus on his basketball dream.
South Baton Rouge, it's just, it's all the way street. It's all the way gangster, from the bottom to the top, across that track, you know what I'm saying? It's all a nigga know, you know what I'm saying? It's all we know, you know what I'm saying? So that's why, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I get carried away with it, because I'm going to let you know who I be. And I'm always say something from about the South, because that's my hood. You know what I'm saying? My mama ain't teach me to be no gangster. The streets did this, you know what I'm saying?
So Boosie turned to the streets at 14 when he moved with his grandmother after his father passed. His father was a drug addict and got into it with the drug dealer. Boosie not having a father figure in his life and without a guiding hand, Boosie let crime and drugs influence him and eventually got him kicked out of high school. So Boosie started rapping, later hooking up with C-Lock, putting his song "That's My Thug There" on his tape, It's a Gamble, and it became Boosie's debut. He soon released his own tape on his own called Youngest of the Camp, and he worked with Webby for the 2003 release of Ghetto Stories and again for 2004's Gangster Music. And this was the rise of Boosie.
Now we still getting money, nigga, but this time, if you find a 50 in here on pussy, we getting money. I hope you got 5 minutes on that camera, thug. I wipe my ass with this, nigga. That fucking hand getting tired, man. Shit. Let's get back to it.
Beginning to gain a steady fan base from all over, Boosie pretty much stayed away from the law for the beginning of his career until October 22nd, 2008. Boosie was arrested after East Baton Rouge Sheriff's Department found marijuana and a gun in Boosie's car. Boosie pled guilty on his 3rd offense, possession of marijuana charge, on September 22nd, 2009, and was sentenced to 2 years in prison the next day. Judge James Moore doubled his sentence on November 10th after finding Boosie had violated his probation while waiting to be sentenced. Between his plea and sentencing, Boosie was on house arrest. On June 17, 2010, Boosie was indicted on federal charges on first-degree murder of Terry Boyd. According to sources, Boosie hired 17-year-old Marlo Mike to do the hit on Boyd in 2009. Terry Boyd was the brother of one of Lil Boosie's baby mothers named Tori. Tori was one of the witnesses in the case. Actually, she was the last witness. And she told prosecutors that Lil Boosie had nothing to do with the murder of Terry Boyd, and they never was beefing. Recently, about a year ago, Tori has put online that Boosie actually did have something to do with the murder of Terry Boyd and actually tried to expose him, saying statements like he does not take care of his children and he does not pay up on his child support. Unsure if any of this is actually true, but for the murder of Terry Boyd, Boosie actually could have faced the death penalty. But because of Tori, one of his baby mothers, the leading witness in the case. On May 11, 2012, a jury found Boosie not guilty on first-degree murder, but he also faced charges for 3 counts of possession with intent to distribute narcotics, and Schedule 2 codeine and cocaine, Schedule 1 marijuana, 3 counts of conspiracy to commit possession with intent to distribute narcotics, and 2 counts of conspiracy to introduce contraband into a penal institution. He stated that he was innocent for these charges. On November 29, 2011, Boosie was sentenced to 8 years in state prison after pleading guilty to the drug charges. His attorney was able to argue that the drug charges was set up and that Boosie was actually innocent, and he was released on March 5, 2014. He remained on parole until 2018 though. As of today, Boosie seems to be doing pretty good and stays active on social media. For the time that he did, Boosie stated that he stayed in general population for the whole time, saying general population was the closest to getting to the real world. On November 25, 2015, Boosie was diagnosed with kidney cancer. He went through surgery and cancer treatments 4 weeks, and of today, he is cancer-free. Again, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know who y'all want to see next. Yeah, and I'm out.